this is the dream woman of my life, and here I am talking my way out of it because I feel like whatever baggage that I have, it's going to mess up her life. I've never felt like that before, where I would rather sacrifice a person to save them. I didn't want to, complicate her life. But then it went on. A couple weeks later, we're a little bit deeper into a friendship that turned into a relationship. A couple months later, I couldn't hold it. I had to confess to her everything that happened in my life and the things that would disqualify me from being the perfect husband, the perfect companion, the perfect boyfriend to start. And she didn't run. I was hoping that she would run. She did not, and I'm not sure if you ask her. Sometimes she will say, "Maybe I should have run," but
I think any wife or husband would say that at different times.
Yes, but thank God she didn't. Thank God she didn't,
Right.
and she helped me build a life together, teaching our kids to love God and be the best they could be, and to respect me and to love me and come love on me, and that's the kind of person that I prayed for. And that's what God gave me, and gave me a second chance or a third or fourth chance. If you ask some people that he saw the good in me and he wanted to amplify that. And I'm so grateful for that.
We have a tendency, especially I think in the West with our stories and our storytelling, to feel to lean towards the happily ever after thing.
Yes.
When in reality that's not true. Like there are things that are that improve and we get better, and of course there are holes in our heart that are filled and are never in the same desperate place as they were before.
Yeah.
But I know from firsthand experience, both in my marriage and my life, and being your close friend for a number of years now, that there's still challenges, right?
Always.
And you've come from Lebanon, you've built a business here, you're now sharing that with your wife. She's sharing her business with you. You guys are partners.
Yes.
And whatever ups and downs you have, you ride it together.
Yeah.
And I know you'd have it no other way. I'd have it no other way. Talk to me a little bit about what you see in the future. And also, before you even go there, let me ask, having you're having gone through what you've gone through, when you enter conflict now, is there anything different? Do you feel differently about it? Do you look at it differently? Just talk to me about the difference between Charbel entering heavy conflict as a young man and now more middle-aged
Yes,
man.
middle-aged. Absolutely, and it's completely different. Like you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, is that thank God for wisdom as you and I get older, and we have experiences that we could draw off of. We have examples that we could draw off of. And for the few lucky ones that if they have a father or mother as a great role model example, they could draw off of that experience as well. So you're not just standing on your own merits, but you're standing on the shoulders of the people that came before you. And that really helps. And for a certain time, I did not have that. For the beginning younger years, I thought I knew it all, so I did not draw off of the wisdom of my dad as much as I should have. And in my early 20s, I started drawing off of that, but it was short-lived when he passed, shortly after I came in here. So that definitely played a role. And the role that it played when I was young, I decided to take matters in my own hand and be able to look at what do I know, how much resources do I have, and how much horsepower do I have to solve X problem. And now I look at it as we've gone through that problem together. Hun, what do you think about this? Tell me what I'm missing, because 99% of the time I'm missing something. Here are the facts. Here's the problem. Here's where we're trying to get to. What do we do? Versus I could take care of it all. Don't worry about it. I got this handled. It's now not just in business, but it's business flows at home. We work together in the same office, but we still have to live in the same home. We share the same kids. we share the same life, and we need to be able to navigate that in a way where it's not something that you could handle on your own. Now I look back at those, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? If we've survived 2008 and all that calamity that came with it, how is this compared that we're going through compared to that? Or if we have an argument, God forbid that we ever have arguments, right? How did we handle those conflicts and in these arguments before? And how can we navigate those today? How can we negotiate what's good for me, what's good for you, and come to a common ground? Are these corrections coming from a loving heart, or are they coming from a spiteful heart? Are you saying this to hurt me, or are you saying this to correct me? Instead of just being reactive, to start being proactive about certain things that we need to do. And God knows that we're not there. This is a process that every single day we go through and we grow together. And there are a lot of things that I am changing in my life still to this day.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know.
Right here, point like you say.
Yeah, slap that subscribe, smack it, smash the subscribe.
Smash that